Hi everyone, my name is Made Ardiwidana Arta with student number 240-553-1081, and now I will explain book with title Manufacturing, Engineering and Technology. Chapter 3 and the title is Physical Properties of Materials. First, the introduction. Physical properties can have several important roles in the selection, processing and use of materials. These properties are key factors in determining a material's suitability for specific application, especially when considered simultaneously with mechanical properties. Strength to weight and stiffness to weight ratio as examples are discussed in the context of lightweight design, a key consideration in aerospace and automotive industries. Thermal, electrical, magnetic, and optical properties are then presented. The importance of corrosion and corrosion-resistant materials are described. Design and manufacturing implications of all these properties are considered with various specific examples given. Combination of mechanical and physical properties such as the strength to weight and stiffness to weight ratios of materials are equally important, particularly for aircraft and aerospace structures. Also, high-speed equipment such as textile and printing machinery, and forming and cutting machines for high-speed operation require lightweight components to reduce inertial force and thus keep machine from excessive vibration. The example is, in bicycles, aluminum frames are popular because they are lighter than steel frames, making them easier for students to ride uphill or carry around campus. Next is density. The density of a material is its mass per unit volume. Another term is specific gravity, which expresses a material's density in relation to that of water. The specific gravity has no units. The range of densities for a variety of materials at room temperature, along with other properties, is given in Table 3.1 and 3.2. Density is defined as mass per unit volume, and it significantly influences product weight and performance. Lightweight metals such as magnesium, aluminum, and titanium are preferred in aerospace and automotive industries because they reduce inertia and improve efficiency. On the other hand, high-density materials such as lead are useful in counterweights or radiation shielding. The example of density is a steel spoon feels heavier than a plastic spoon of the same size because steel has a much higher density. Students also notice density difference when carrying a plastic water bottle versus a stainless steel one. As we can see, the table 3.1, the physical properties of selected material at room temperature, and table 3.2 is the physical properties of materials in descending order. Next, we have melting point. The melting point of a metal depends on the energy required to separate its atoms. As Table 3.1 shows, the melting temperature of a metal alloy can have a wide range, depending on its composition, and is unlike that of a pure metal, which has a definite melting point. The temperature range within which a component or structure is designed to function is an important consideration in the selection of materials. Plastic, for example, have the lowest useful temperature range, while graphite and refractory metal alloys have the highest useful range. The melting point indicates the temperature at which a material changes from solid to liquid, which determines its working temperature range and suitability for certain processes. Tungsten, with its extremely high melting point, is used in light bulb filaments and aerospace components. It In contrast, low melting point alloys such as tin lead are used for soldering because they melt quickly and form reliable joints without damaging delicate electronic parts. As we can see in table 3.1, we have the physical properties of selected materials at room temperature. The example of melting point is chocolate melts easily in your hand because of its low melting point, while frying pan made of stainless steel can withstand the high heat of cooking without deforming. Next, we have specific heat. A material's specific heat is the energy required to raise the temperature of a unit mass by 1 degree. Allowing elements have a relatively minor effect on the specific heat of metals. This property influences how quickly a material heats up or cools down during manufacturing. For example, coolants in machining are selected for their high specific heat so they can absorb more heat without overheating. The example is, on a sunny day, sand on the beach heats up quickly, while seawater stays cooler much longer because water has a higher specific heat. Similarly, a wooden spoon does not get hot as fast as a metal spoon when we use for cooking. Next is thermal conductivity. Thermal conductivity indicates the rate at which heat flows within through a material. Metallically bonded materials or metals generally have high thermal conductivity, while ionically or covalently bonded materials like ceramics or plastics have poor conductivity. The thermal conductivity measures how easily a material transfers heat. High conductivity is desired in heat sinks, cutting tools, and electronic cooling systems, while low conductivity is needed for thermal insulation. Copper and aluminum are widely used for heat exchangers due to their high conductivity. The example of thermal conductivity is cooking pans are made of metals like aluminum or copper to spread heat evenly across the surface, while their handles are often plastic or wood so they don't conduct heat to your hand. As we can see in table 3.2, in thermal conductivity we have silver, copper, gold, aluminum, magnesium, and the others. Next is thermal expansion. The thermal expansion of materials can have several significant effects, particularly the relative expansion or contraction of different materials in assemblies such as electronic and computer components. Glass to metal seals, struts on jet engines, coatings on cutting tools, and moving parts in machinery that require certain clearance for proper function. The use of ceramic components in cast iron engines, for example, also requires consideration of their relative expansion. Typical coefficient of thermal expansion are given in table 3.1. Thermal expansion refers to the dimensional change of a material when exposed to temperature variation. If materials expand at different rates, stresses may occur at joints, leading to failure. Engineers design bimetallic strips in thermostats to bend with temperature change for switching mechanism. The example of thermal expansion is when a metal jar lid is stuck. Running hot water over it causes the lid to expand slightly, making it easier to open. Railway tracks also have small gaps between sections to prevent bending when the metal expands in hot temperature or hot weather. Next is electrical, magnetic, and optical properties. Electrical conductivity and the dielectric properties of materials are important not only in electrical equipment and machinery, but also in such manufacturing process as the magnetic poles forming of sheet metal, resistance welding, and the electrical discharge machining and electrochemical grinding of hard and brittle materials. The units of electrical conductivity are MHO or M or MHO feet per feet, where MHO is the reverse of ohm, the unit of electrical resistance. Many engineering applications depend on these properties. Copper and aluminum are used for electrical wiring because they are excellent conductors. Ferromagnetic materials such as iron are essential in transformers, motors, and generators. Optical properties are applied in fiber optics, lens, and laser technologies. Some materials, like quartz, exhibit are used in sensor and medical components. The example of electrical, magnetic, and optical properties are students see electrical conductivity in their phone charging cables or copper wires, magnetism in refrigerator door seals, and optical properties in eyeglasses, sunglasses, or the screen of a smartphone. Next, we have corrosion resistance. Metal, ceramics, and plastics are all subject to form of corrosion. The word corrosion itself usually refers to the deterioration of metals and ceramics, while similar phenomena in plastic are generally called degradation. Corrosion not only leads to surface deterioration of components and structures, but also reduce their strength and structural integrity. Corrosion resistance is the ability of a material to resist degradation caused by environmental exposure, such as moisture or chemicals. Stainless steel is highly valued because chromium forms a protective oxide film on its surface, preventing rust. Aluminum also resists corrosion naturally by forming a thin oxide layer. The example of corrosion resistance is bicycles or motorcycles left in the rain often show rust on steel parts, while stainless steel cutlery and water bottles stay shiny and rust-free even after repeated washing. Well, that's all from me. Thank you for watching.